for that more aggressive control as a result. So now they sit and wait, setting a trap for Enterprise to walk into.
Already. Bit of extra space taken by this defense on the way back in, but haven't managed to find any of those picks just yet. A lot of damage being done as Loiter already picks up a double. And while this retake...
Players stood in the same spot. Only now do we see Starkey start to move in the other direction, but they have lost all their info, which means they have to push forward where they have numbers straight into BBL Pacific. However, they're winning the fights. Enterprise have come right back into this round, taking a commanding lead over it. A 2v1, Spike dropped in the open.
Maybe there's a gap for me on this B site. The thing is, though, Starkey's already pretty close. Not close enough to deny this. Paranoia will make this almost impossible, and it should be a freebie of a kill, and it will be. Aggressive initiator duelist combination. I was going to say, speaking of that aggression, you're going to have some initially, and while with weaker weapons, that's not a bad trade.
No, not at all. That's gotten a little bit better as well. The Rock ripping the head clean off. Comeback's aggressive, and he's going to get a reward for it. Not able to double up this time, but at least gets out of there with his life intact. For BBL Pacific, they started this with pennies, but now they're eating good. Zeke, though, stealing one back, making this doable.
Single kill would get that Armageddon online. An ultimate that can pretty much clear the entirety of the backside for Teo, but he needs that kill first, and that combination is perfect. Stun gives a freebie over to Comeback. For Killers now, a 1 versus 3. Economy not in the greatest of spots, but still believing he can take this one home. That makes one of us. Not going to be able to finish it off.
Smoked off or with a lot of pressure on. You're going to have those flashes coming out of Dominance. Whether they put the Rolling Thunder in to start with, no, it's just straight up aggression. They want the duels, and they'll take them here and now. Comeback for the double. This is more like it. A little double opener sight taken, and off hungry for a little bit more. That's the triple on the board for Comeback. He doesn't take criticism likely by the looks of things. Now he's warmed up. Comeback with the ace, and it's 5 rounds for BBL. High round for Enterprise. A chance that immediately saw them get destroyed. Doma, head ripped off, and now, okay, there's going to be a response, an ultimate that forces them back off the site. A pick for Yas. Starkey with another. This is on the road to recovery. At least it seemed that way. Low HP on the Cypher that remains, but the kill still flipped the other direction. It's only one standing. An operator in the hands of Yas with 2 players to find. Low HP might not matter. And the op picked up on the other side. It's whizzed right past his head. It might have caught his hat. That one certainly did. A clutch. A 3K. Spotted already. They're not going to walk into this op.
Ooh, they try and force him off the backline, and Gas is getting all of that information. Kreven up close, though. They haven't cleared that angle. And with combination of Larocque, this is already falling apart. We spoke about it, and it now seems like exactly that. A flash in the pan, an attempt to break back into this game, and unless Killers has got the best play of the day.
A bit more fast, a bit more aggressive. And so the response is to play up close, play on the smokes, play on the cages, catch them. Comeback is catching them. Oh, he's running it down into their spawn. Unbelievable. That's a second now found.
Rose, nickname in game is like his Sova or something. I don't know. Just a pure support player at this stage. But you're going to get the assist from this guy. He's looking for his second ace. He's not even giving it up, just pushing all the way in.
No!
Oh, he gotta go for the knife. Oh my goodness.
And in BBL, they realize that, and they decide that A main aggression is the play. The door's been open. They know someone's here. Comeback smells blood in the water, but it's him that ends up getting bitten. Lloyd around the back, though. He is making this one much more palatable. It's...
Oh, this is the thing. They've got 20 seconds. So it's gonna, if the clock gets low, Kreven could even just run away, but well, let's be real, that's never gonna happen.
That's not their style.
They want to get these kills. They want to try and clear out these remaining players. And you know what, actually, I take it back. Larocque has done just that. He's like, you know what? There is 0% chance of you winning this round because I'm in the spawn. You can go hunting for me. You could try and kill my teammate, but there is no chance of this round going in the other direction. And while Larocque will even come back after time, bottom of the board. Champions winners. Like, it feels mean to laugh, but that's crazy. Like, he's literally schooling them at the moment.
Yeah, we can talk about this being BBL's map pick, but it does feel like it's a little something deeper than that. Again, desolation in these early duels. The spike left in the spawn. BBL, they were so fond of their attack inside, they want to run it back one more time. This time they win again. 6 HP.
They've got dinner reservations. They're looking to try and move on here. And, well, Enterprise, let's hope there's something better on the next. It's even just, he's using himself as a decoy at this stage, trying to get the IGL stats up a little bit, but it is going to be quickly over, it seems. Starkey, at least, has managed to gain some ground, but again, a spike has been dropped. A player outside, a wraparound coming in from behind as well from Graven and Wild. If it wasn't bad enough, it's now all left on to Killers, who does get one, but it needs to be a clutch.
The dominoes falling, the table's being flipped, and for Enterprise, we said this is a BO3. They're going to have to rely on Haven and Fracture. This one is done. Killers with an attempt to clutch this out in the 1v3, but the firing squad, 2 players waiting, and they saved the best for last with Comeback hiding up the back.
I think a lot of people have been putting aggressive players on that agent, so having more of a supportive player in that role could be very interesting. This is such an aggressive stance. Comeback is being given fights, given opportunities, and we'll take that first kill.
Well, players spotted behind that box. They've got their targets, and selection's good. Wrapping up right behind Comeback, who's low on HP. It should be an easy kill. Looking at the map, at least, and certainly when we switch to his POV, Plant coming through. Killers is close, not expected, and he gets the jump for a couple of kills and a chance to defuse scot-free. What can Kreven do from this point? There's no way he gets towards the site in time. There's no utility to force him out of position, and hell, there's 2 players standing between him, even if he had the space to get there.
BBL PCIFIC are not going to let that go lightly. They are bought here.
Putting it all on the line. Understandable with the results they've had previous. A couple of kills, though, go against them. Kreven able to at least recover 1. With those weaker weapons challenged up close. Someone like Zeke happy to take the fight to come back, punishing for that previous map. And now the confident start that BBL were looking for. They're not looking to give it away either. No for aggression. 4 players coming in from the satellite dish. Yas ready to fire it through. Dash already in, taking topside control, looking to leverage it as they drop down, but Larocque is right behind them. It's an easy spray down, and just like that, the round flips on its head. It's Killers with a 1v3. He's picked up the first, but Comeback with an operator is waiting for him to round that corner.
Position and just quick enough. Like, there are so many players that maybe get 1, maybe get 2, but whiff on the 3rd. He's so snappy.
So clean, though, to begin for Enterprise. 2 quick kills. Aggression coming through from Yas, punished, but the trade is there again. Doma from further back, the dropout from Kreven, though they're used to him trying to slide up behind them. The chance for this game to snowball in the other direction is in the back of our minds. They just got dominated on the opening map, but they were playing a new composition. There's only 4 on the map, so definitely 1 weak point, although reinforced by some trap wires. Here's the information coming into play, and up close is Comeback. Only 1 to be found. That rifle down. Rose, though, catches Starkey.
Problem held. Spike planted, time ticking, and well, a bold attempt. They've got the finances to, again, with the way that we've seen this hard lurk coming out from Kreven, there's a good opportunity for him to find those early fights, and while instead it was Danger Man and hero of the last map, a Comeback is already gone. More with this deep control, Kreven goes walking through. There are multiple scenarios. I think he's definitely dead to rights. He still gets 1 there.
Yas is in just in time with that operator, but he's smoked out. That's a big problem. Denying this plant could cause issues. Never mind. Swing into the open. Killers is traded out immediately, but that kill keeps favor in their hands. A push through the smoke from Rose there is ambitious, to say the least, and Loida trades will be easy in a 3v1 unless he lands those shots real quick, unless he's in a very wise position or catches them with utility out. Luckily, not with the control they had, and so Enterprise are able to get a foothold stronghold, opening the door and playing to main. But look at the position of Loida further back, looking to isolate them with the Rolling Thunder going through. That's when Loida steps up and catches them on the side angle. Now they look to take Loida down, knowing that the orbital strike is in play and it could be a big danger, but it won't even be needed now. They know where Killers is, and the time is ticking for him to get this done. An ace needed, and LaRock stands firmly in his way.
Time soon, they are getting aggressive once again. I don't even think Comeback has any clue that there's a player past the corner.
Well, whether he knew or not, he certainly reacted in time. Was suspicious, and that's opened up the door for Rose to walk up on Killers. A bit of revenge for the previous round. Comeback, though, is trapped. He's been stunned up, and no one is there to help. He's moved around to Arcade, where he's now being spotted on his way up the rope. It won't be free. Stunned, and now they're dropping in with the shorty. Oh, it's Kreven to take the kill, but who knows? Maybe he saved his teammate an embarrassing death. A 4v2 as the spike gets planted.
This now leaves an operator in Zeke's hand. Doma has at least the knowledge of where his opponents are. I bet he wishes he had that aftershock still online, but instead he will meet his demise. Hope for Zeke in this scenario, unless they're just all going to run at him, maybe line up for that operator. With the time ticking, I think even that won't be enough, and Kreven is there to put that final body in.
They're realizing what they've given up, but smokes are down. They're locked out for now. The cage the kill has bought a little bit of time. The smokes do one better, and now the drop out of heaven should secure sight for the plan. 12 seconds left. Time is low, but the job is already done, and as they flood through those smokes, BBL PCIFIC realized to punish off the trips. That didn't work out for them. Now they're back to the retake, and look at this aggressive position that Yas and Zeke are in. Catching one, stun comes through, and they can back off. Easy peasy. That's a free pick. Well, if Comeback hadn't traded so quickly on the Outlaw.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's sort of free. They still lose a player instead. Again, another off-angle corner, and the crossfire is sublime. Two players try and capitalize, two players fall. Prize, this is now, again, another dominant showing.
Kind of rounds that, looking at the last map, they looked most dominant when these came out. But let's see.
They've got the gamble correct for now, although they try and aggress, and it's just going to be the trades going in favor of the attack. Attempting to try and get something done here, trying to make a play. Which definitely worked out for them in the last map, but this time you can see, I also feel like Enterprise have done fantastically well to adapt to what their opponents have been doing. It might have taken them a map, it might have taken some comfort of their own, but they have been able to do that. Spike will be planted. Rose at least able to get one, getting closer and well.
8 rounds to try to finish this one out.
It seemed like this was a fake, but the thing is, Rose has now got back in time. It's not pretty, though. He's now got to rely more so on Kreven. First goes his way, but incredibly low on HP, and the spam from Killers is enough. But even still, this is a ruse on a ruse on a ruse. They have now gone back to the B site. Deep control taken from Zeke. LaRock, whoa, he gets a little bit lucky. Zeke is not homed in on that angle on the smoke, and now it will be a 2v2. Plant in. Aftershock's going to force him into the open, but Doma wins the fight anyway.
He's likely to see a quick follow-up to that initial fight. Doesn't quite know where Killers is, though. Now the info's in his hands. Unfortunately, the fight was quickly followed up, just as expected. Doma in there for the kill, and 13 to 4.
We saw from Fracture. That's the thing, though. I think that this one is very much going to come down to much more fundamental play, and what a start already for Yas, but he's going to beat the same fate.
Plenty more pushed up, though. Not expecting this level of aggression from Enterprise. They sent the cavalry and then some towards this A-long aggression.
3 players looking to try and pressure in towards mid. Again, I think Enterprise have done fantastically well at just repositioning, not sitting pretty, and that's the spike down in the dirt. It's been retrieved, and they're still pushing behind. Loiter has spotted it, though, and he might just be the savior of the round. Even still, though, they are falling. Leaving it all onto Kreven. Low on HP might not be expected, but again, Doma, more of a risky attempt through in towards this A side, but they were ready for it. An immediate counter. It's going to be Comeback as the only player really to make it through, but he still gets one. Zeke does well to at least keep this one possible, though.
30 seconds left. Last player.
Oh, that dropout from Killers. He thought he had the moment, but from BBL PCIFIC, nobody looking to throw this round away and gift it to Enterprise. It's the right call from them. You can see the shot quickly hit when he's given a chance, but the round was already decided.
To go into the back to try and help him out.
He heard the step. He knows there's a player there. And there's the confirmation. Target selection is perfect. And Kreven is down. Backside cleared. Great usage of the ultimate. Not thrown through on a whim. Instead used with precision. Loida does well to pick one up on the side. Garage is under their control. But the spike is already tapped and pressured. Loida needs to swing wide and swing now. A damn good attempt with 3. But that's not enough.
Dead before it got used, and that just made it worthless.
Hunter's Fury put into play here. And we talk about using it with precision. It clears some angles, but doesn't find anything beyond that. Zeke immediately answers on to comeback. Quick kill, yes. Oh, he shot a body. Dolma is just cleaning them up. And eventually, the op gets a chance to find its mark. Some fresh prey, but in the bin. But instead, he's punished. A-side is taken. And Zeke thinking about getting involved, taking a pick. He might just have to fall back. Hold on, Stone goes through. He goes through. Zeke wants to take the fight right to them. A confident base. And he's leading the charge with great success. A double opening. Rose on the side will meet the same fate as Zeke locks this one down. It's only come back in their way. 2 players on the site. One lagging a little behind, but he gets there just in time for the kill.
As on Enterprise. The same can be said for the others. Almost have to wonder if a mistake needs to be made. That might be it. An easy kill. Starkey's going to catch Rose, looking to try and rotate. Now, the time has been ticking. They've managed to almost make sure there's nobody in that back box, and Paranoia's gone through again, but there hasn't been that capitalization. Once more becoming more problematic. The flank coming in on 2 different fronts. Spacing, not bad, but Kreven will now put this one to bed.
Mental of even the best. The most mentally fortituous? I don't know how to say that.
Fortified?
People, I suppose. That'll work. Nice shots by, yes. Nice shot, I should say. He's shut down before he gets a second out the barrel. And Killa's in the same position.
Ooh, okay. There's one. But Zeke is going to respond immediately with a shock dart. LaRock dangerously low. Spike still on the deck, and they have to deal with Starkey, who's sat towards that long position. Forward into either of these players could opt to try and bounce out of there, and Starkey's playing this one intelligently, almost baiting the idea that he's fallen back and instead is playing in the corner. I think if it's just to try and force them back, knowing that he was going to take that much ground, timing here is going to be everything. The players on A side telling them that there's nobody here. Instead, Yas is still in their backlines. I don't even, if he's going to get there in time to help, he won't, but maybe he can catch Zeke out. He needs to catch Zeke out, and eventually will.
Dropping in. Still flashes at least to work with. They've got some of their own. On the side of BBL PCIFIC, LaRock gets caught. 45 HP. Barely holding on to life. But Kreven inside the smoke. Oh, he's an animal. And hard to put down. Drop out of heaven. Oh, it's getting nothing. They don't even cross the boundary. Not outside the window frame as 9-3 is locked in if they're going to fight their way back into this. And it starts with this pistol round.
Camera taken out.
They need this 1-2 punch to be effective, and well, it's gone pretty well for comeback. Finally starting to see some life in the superstar duelist. A couple of players to deal with. This 1v1 for Rose could be everything. Timing as well is going to be pretty important. Killers is being wrapped on. Doesn't even realize how far the players have come. His teammate has sort of left him out to dry. Starkey was busy looking at that A side of the map while his sentinel with the spike was fighting middle alone. Come back with 4. One danger, I think, when we looked at the last map. He's still been doing decently in this one. The rest of the squad have not been there in the same capacity.
They got a lot of information, but it's hard to execute in the back of it. At least it was to start with for BBL PCIFIC. Never mind. Zeke quickly makes it difficult in the end as well.
Try and do what you can. Try and remove some weaponry. Make this one costly. Maybe even try and get a sneaky defuse. This would have to be one hell of a gamble, especially now already tagged down to 18 HP and knowing that the cage would fade before he had any chance. They have ground anywhere else. It does just have to be this push through, but the counter utility has left them kind of screwed. They've already used themselves to Paranoia. It just has to be the run straight through, and that's never going to come out well. Killers, 22 seconds. A chance for an isolated fight, but LaRock just battles. Well, it now just has to be a full stick onto that spike, but just look at where his opponents already are. They send one in. It's clever stuff. There's no hope for him to even get this plant down. I was worried that maybe they send both, but
they have picked the one site in which nobody resides. Utility is here to delay them, though. With 12 seconds left, the plant needs to be found. Hunter's Fury thrown in from Zeke to try to buy them that space, and it does. The plant is found, and the kill on the back of it from Starkey. He won't find more, but it keeps it in a 2v3, a winnable position for this attacking side. Loida trying to throw a spanner in the works, though. He's managed a triple already. The ace possible, but he's the one tapping that spike, drawing them out into the open. They now need to see it, and there it is. That's the information. They're not defusing. Time back on their side for the attack. Good trade out to start with, and a finisher from Loida. His 4K has kept BBL PCIFIC hot on the heels of Enterprise. BBL PCIFIC have been holding on for dear life. A massive fall below them, but it looks like at the final hour they have found their footing and pulled themselves back up. LaRock goes down, but Loida is here again! After a 4K, he's already up for the triple, back to back for Loida and BBL PCIFIC.
Hey, LaRock goes, anything you can do, I can do too, and throws out his own.
I can do to probably exactly the same degree when it comes to that ultimate. Nice stuff for Rose. There's the first found. He's coming in for a little bit more and does a ton of damage. An easy cleanup while Loida, he's seeing nothing but heads. 3 and another 4K for Loida, lighting up the scoreboard. Not got the best weapon either, right? Standing outside that smoke with an operator in hand, but once it fades, perhaps there's a chance. This retake is going to decide everything, and Kreven's patience is rewarded despite Rose going down, though. Comeback is on that side as they step out of back sight. The op is waiting for them, and that shot, well, it might not have landed for him. I think the kill was already closed on. Is the one to fall. It's BBL PCIFIC with another advantage. Paranoia put down on short as Rose steps up on long, waiting for them. Maybe not with the success, though. Enterprise find a pick. And
that hold, smoke going down. It's realized by Comeback. They're going to make a play into the site. He's just going to look to try and hold onto that B connector control, and Kreven just isn't stopping. Had enough of his teammate doing everything. There goes one more, and Zeke, he's not turned around. Eventually, the operator will come out. And more importantly, a job that was started on Lotus has been completed.